Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Pisces, April 23, 2025. There is a useful focus on getting the details right today, and every bit counts. You could pay special attention to an emotional problem and identify which attitudes or preoccupations are holding you back from overcoming an obstacle. A serious discussion or revelation can occur around now, in fact. While it can renew your focus, it can also bring quite a bit of dissatisfaction to light in a relationship. Even so, this is about moving forward, coming to a conclusion and going with it. The day's energies favor deliberate moves and strategy. It's not the time to jump into something that you haven't given much thought to. For example, if you've deliberated over a relationship matter, you may now feel the desire to seal the deal, close a deal, or make a commitment. A loved one could receive an award. Or there can be an event or conversation that strengthens your bond. This might also be a time for seeing someone in a more realistic light, and if you allow yourself to be realistic about what a person can or cannot do and feels or does not feel, you can ultimately put more faith and trust in that person. Loyalty and reliability. Read the most important qualities to express right now. Prepare for a day jam-packed with fun and romantic potential. In fact, you could end up in the throes of passion. Singles should make dating a priority now but take a different approach than they're used to. For instance, if you're addicted to just swiping on dating apps, consider taking a chance and actually meeting someone new. If you're only usually open to meeting someone in person, try your hand with a matchmaker or dating website. Venus, our goddess planet now orbiting in your solar house, sings a ballad with electric Uranus in your solar house, promising surprises if you're open to soar and take chances. Do not limit yourself. Let your freak flag fly when Saturn in Pisces conjuncts the North Node in Pisces and opposes the South Node in Virgo. The fateful cosmic energy will show you the importance of diligently honing your craft and honoring your self-expression in the workplace. For far too long, you may have restricted yourself from pursuing a more creative professional pathway. It is time for you to take it upon yourself to see where a passion project, hobby, idea, or talent may lead. Let yourself become a creative, authoritative figure in your work life. It is obvious that all parents are so very fond of their children. It's having the opportunity to see the world through a child's eyes that pulls you out of your chair and onto the floor whenever you are around children. Getting on the floor may be harder and harder for your body, though. The first thing to think of when you aren't feeling your physical best is water. Are you drinking enough every day? This element of a healthy lifestyle cannot be overstressed. Networking is an excellent use of this day's energy. The energy that this essence brings will draw out your very best social skills, and people will naturally be drawn to you when you speak. Check out what kinds of activities of this nature are currently happening. Getting together with friends or family is another excellent use of this day's positive energy, so make some plans. Don't hesitate to combine your personal with your professional associations today, as things will blend well. It is just as a friendly aspect between Mars on the career and Neptune on the job front that peaked yesterday is starting to separate, that the moon returns for its monthly visit to your home and family SEC. Taur. While the moon is only here for a few days and its clash with Mars today is brief and fleeting, the timing couldn't be better. Mars only returned 3 days ago, but already, a day after the sun left your work sector, this is breathing new life into job and career matters, and that will continue for the next 2 months. The moon's work and life balance reminder today might be fleeting, but it is timely. It is just as the sun is settling into his first full day in your relationship sector that the moon is spending its final hours in your communication sector at a friendly aspect to Uranus there. While the moon is only passing through, with no planetary activity on the communication front and Mercury, the planet of communication, still a few weeks away from his return to Taurus, this is making it easier to have the communication lines open from the start. Pisces, your softness holds surprising strength. Your quote of the day: compassion is a kind of courage. Your color of the day is misty lavender, ethereal and deep. Lucky numbers: 2, 9, 19. A moment of tenderness could be your greatest act of power today. You're more aligned than you think. Trust the flow. A creative or spiritual spark may light the way forward. Lead with the heart, even when the world resists. Our eyes in the sky. Let's lean into the energy of April 23, 2025 together. Whether you've come here looking for clarity, connection, or just a moment of reflection, trust that you're in the right place at the right time. Today's reading holds a unique rhythm, one that speaks to transformation, choice, and the quiet strength of showing up for yourself, no matter what season of life you're in. The first card that came through today is the Death card, and before we go any further, take a breath. This card isn't about literal endings, it's about deep and necessary transformation. Think of it as clearing space, much like pruning a tree. You remove what's no longer growing so new life has room to bloom. Maybe you've been outgrowing something lately, a habit, a mindset, a role you once felt comfortable in. That discomfort you're feeling? It's not failure. It's growth. And it's okay if that growth is a little messy. Have you ever rearranged a room and suddenly realized how much clutter you'd been ignoring? That's what this card does. It asks you to clear emotional or energetic clutter so you can breathe again. Next, we have the Page of Pentacles, a fresh start wrapped in curiosity and grounded intention. This is the student card, the one who's ready to learn, to begin again, to get their hands dirty and build something from the ground up. If you've been thinking about starting something new, a project, a healthier routine, a shift in how you spend your time, this card is that little green light telling you to go for it. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to begin. There's something incredibly hopeful about being at the start of something, even if it feels uncertain. Remember that every master was once a beginner. The third card in our reading is the Lovers. This is a card of choices, yes, but more deeply, it's about alignment with people, paths, and parts of yourself. It asks, are you making decisions that honor your truth? Are you choosing what you want, or what others expect from you? Maybe there's a relationship in your life that's evolving, be it romantic, platonic, or even your relationship with yourself. This card invites you to connect from the heart, not just the head. And when it comes to choices today, let love not fear guide you. The Seven of Wands shows up next, reminding you that you've come farther than you give yourself credit for. This card is about standing your ground and protecting your progress. Think about those moments where you had to hold your own when it would have been easier to just give in. Maybe you're in one of those moments now, feeling like you have to constantly defend your boundaries, your time, your energy. This card tells you that your stance is valid. You don't have to explain your growth to people who aren't willing to see it. You've worked hard to get here, and that's worth protecting. And finally, the Sun makes a glowing appearance, a beacon of warmth, clarity, and optimism. This card is a reminder that joy is not just a reward at the end of the tunnel, it can be found along the way, even in the smallest moments. Maybe it's laughing unexpectedly. Maybe it's the way sunlight hit your coffee this morning, or a message from someone you didn't know you needed to hear from. The Sun says, you are allowed to feel good. You are allowed to hope. You are allowed to experience joy even when everything isn't perfect. And today, that light is shining directly on you. So, as we weave all of this together, Death, Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, Seven of Wands, and the Sun, we see a journey from transformation into from aligned choices into bold self-trust, all leading to joy that you didn't have to earn, but simply remember you're worthy of. You might be at the beginning of a new chapter, or in the middle of a tough decision, or maybe just learning how to stay open in uncertain times. Wherever you are, know this: you are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be. If something in this reading landed with you today, I'd love to hear from you. Are you in a season of starting fresh? Are you feeling the weight of transformation? Or maybe you've had a small joy that reminded you that life can still be sweet. Share your story in the comments. Let's build a space where we remind each other we're not alone on this path. And no matter what today brings, take a moment to celebrate how far you've come. You've made it through every day before this one, and that's no small thing. Keep going, something beautiful is unfolding, and you're part of it.